Good evening, everyone, and welcome to A Link to Past Randomizer League Season 3. We are just getting started here with the league. We're going to be opening up with, open all dungeons here with a little bit of a twist. How's it going, folks? I am Wolfling0370, and joining me on the mic is Bandman25. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. I know I'm excited about this Season 3. Man, I thought Season 2 was going to be good. Season 3 looks even better.
Yes. As you can see, we have 4 runners on the screen here for you for this all dungeon seed. We have jmeasher and Hazukitty representing Team Tyrumis, and Waffle House Drive-Thru being represented by Demo and saltyphry here in the Skullwoods division of our Invitational League. Now, why do we have 4 runners? Well, it's cooperative all dungeon seed, and they are allowed to share info between each other. And just so you're like saying, oh, this is a multi-world, no, this is something completely different. This is one seed, they're both sharing it, and they are allowed to finish and exchange items. They can separate and say, oh, this here, the ice rod's over in Spectacle Rock. You can go here and grab that later. While someone else is going off and doing stuff, but maybe over in Mini Moldorm Cave. And of course, the all dungeons aspect is pretty self-explanatory here, but just in case anyone who may not be watching this, or has not watched this for the first time, basically you see the prizes there on some of our runner speed here, with the 3 pendants, the 7 crystals. All of those are required, in addition to having both Aga 1, who is in Aghanim Tower, and Aga 2, who is in Ganon's Tower, defeated. Ganon will not be vulnerable until that condition is met. As far as we have for characters, we have a Toad on jmeasher. We have Demo playing as Plague Knight, one of my favorite characters. saltyphry is using Neon Link, I believe. And Hazu has not picked yet. So, Bandman, how do you think they're going to start here?
Oh, right now, I want to say probably one runner will probably take traditional sanctuary route, go through Kakariko, and I think probably the other one's probably going to start there at Link's house, probably make his way up into either South Lake, Hylia, or make their way into the Hyrule Castle. They can, at least with maybe possibly they get a sword or some sort of combat item, but hopefully they will, so we can see what we have there in Hyrule Castle. If not, typical south exit.
Yeah. I've kind of drawn the parallel to one of them's absolutely going to check the sanctuary chest and probably head over to Kakariko Village. Uncle Star is also a fairly common opening in, open mode. And I can see the other runner doing that, and then if they don't find anything, probably head to South Shore to try to see what free checks they can do there. Or just converge in Kakariko and work from the south while their partner works it from the north.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a lot of the races I've seen so far. I know I've been watching several in the Open League and of this week, and it's been quite interesting to see how quickly these races can go, especially when you got a partner with you, with one going north and one going south. So I'm sure with these guys, these races will probably not last that long, probably maybe hour and a half, hour 45 minutes tops with these guys. So
Alright. Looks like our runners are all on their file select screens, and as one of our trackers, Duodeca, has mentioned, this is on a 10-minute delay. We also have Sigma behind the scenes tracking as well, because there's 4 trackers. It'll be kind of hard to keep it up with just one tracker behind the scenes here. So we have 2 tonight.
yeah, it's definitely a good thing we got 2 trackers here, because doing 2 itself is hard enough, but trying to do 4, oh my.
Yes. Being behind that control panel in the past, I can completely agree. That it's not easy to hit all those buttons to keep up with the race. Should be started any moment now. Trying to see what Hazukitty spray is. That Rumia, I believe?
I believe so, but for me, it's kind of hard to tell. It's a little fuzzy on my end, so.
Yeah, it's a little fuzzy for me too.
But I believe that's who that is.
And there they go. Alright. Sanctuary has a heart piece. Link's house has 50 rupees. And we see jmeasher and Hazu both went to Sanctuary to start.
Yeah, then Demo actually just... Oh, he's checking both checks, so... Okay, I was thinking maybe he was going to go Hyrule Castle while saltyphry was going to go look like Lake Hylia, but now he's back up at Sanctuary, so maybe he's going to hit North Hyrule here.
Ah, I see what jmeasher and Hazu is doing. jmeasher is going to do an Houlihan opening to get some early money for the seed, whereas Hazu is going to head over and do the information on North Kakariko and Lost Woods. Smart. You don't know if you're going to get money in the opening chest, and this will guarantee that at least someone has it.
Yeah, with the way these races have been starting, yeah, with that guaranteed money, that takes care of your bottle vendor, takes care of your...
Uh-oh, I think that was a Kana Samaria there on Lumberjack.
Oh my, though. So we might see Aga 1 a lot sooner than we had anticipated. Yes, that is a red cane.
That is Kana Samaria confirmed. That is required for Mystic Mire and Turtle Rock, and because of some tricks that we like to call icebreakers, might as well be required for Ice Palace.
Oh my, we were gonna. That's definitely a rough start. But I have to admit, for me, that's the first time I've seen a lumberjack required seed in quite a while. But I mean, I'm pretty sure there's been plenty since I've watched. So
yes, and to our runner's blessing here, I guess. Aga 1 is already required by default due to this being an all dungeon seed, so all that means is they have to fight him sooner rather than later. Which is unfortunate because Aga 1 gives you that nice heal before Ganon. And normally, if you can keep him all the way to the end.
yeah, definitely a good thing right before going into Ganon.
Bite catching net found on saltyphry, and I believe, yes, we have jmeasher with it, along with a bottle on Uncle, I believe.
Yeah, it was a red potion on Uncle.
Meanwhile, Hazu's stumbling across some resources here. And the Moon Pearl as well. That is a very important item.
Looks like saltyphry is making his way here into Hyrule Castle here, so that's going to be take care of escape for us. Might be a little difficult. Oh, he does have 10 bombs, so he can take care of all that with the bomb strats.
Yeah, and there's a bow in the dam chest. That's great. 8 to find there. Of course, there are 2 bows in this game because we have them set to be progressive. First one will always give you the actual bow and arrows. Second one will be your silvers. Plenty of resources in Kakariko here. And a glove as well for jmeasher. We are 1 piece away from Dark World access.
Definitely a good find.
Yeah, and we can see here that, like we said, saltyphry is using bombs to get through.
There's our first sword. Wow.
So, I don't recall if that's in open logic or not. I want to say that because we have bombs available to us for purchase, that going down there is possible. So that's or maybe in logic. It's been a long time since I've commentated a seed, so I might have forgot a little bit of things here and there.
I would think that probably would be in logic, mainly for the fact that that is one of the weapons that the uncle gives us when we go there in standard mode. If I remember correctly, he gives us 10 bombs.
Yeah, our tracker Geodeca confirming that is in fact in logic. I
Ooh,
didn't
there,
remember.
saltyphry just found our Dark World. He finds the hammer there in Zelda's chest.
Nice, and he's killing himself with bombs to get out of here quickly. A set death warp, if you will. Ah, right, the Dark Cross key. Yes. Key logic is the thing. The things you forget when you've been away for a little while. Race game only has 20 rupees. Demo is going to respectfully decline that.
Looks like Demo's going to make his way up into Hyrule Castle, get what he needs up there, get that sword and that hammer. And jmeasher is in Eastern. Not really surprising this early in the game, especially how open Eastern Palace is in, and with that bow. So
yes, and it doesn't really matter if this is a pendant or a crystal. We need to clear it regardless.
Yeah, that's the one requirement I know I am going to have to remind myself many times about this seed, that it's an all dungeon seed.
Yep. It would be called all bosses, but Starmus can potentially be skipped if the big key in Ganon's Tower is not over there. Alright, so Hazukitty stumbles upon the glove, although that is just information relayed to her by a jmeasher. And the back of his case being checked now by saltyphry. Let's see what we got here. 10 arrows, a heart piece, and 300 rupees. Not bad. And there was the Dark Cross key. Alright, I believe this is our first look at Mini Moldorm Cave here on Hazukitty's then. 5 items here. One of which is the Titan's Midst. That's full Darkhold access, and another red potion as well. And a few heart pieces. So, combined from all of our runners, we now know all of the Darkhold access pieces.
Yeah, and with Moon Pearl, I mean, on Demo's side, I would think saltyphry would be going to pick up Moon Pearl here pretty quickly. Especially since that how easily quickly access that was there in Blind Tut.
Yeah, although, thinking about it, getting the Titan's Midst that early could be a bad thing. Because of where our position of our hammer. They might, because Darkworld's open to them, they might opt to go look all over Darkworld instead of Hyrule Castle for a while.
Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, that is definitely where the breadcrumbs are taking them at this point. I mean, you got early access to Village of Outcasts. There's a lot of items there. You got the hammer, so the Thieves' Town is very clearable. Skull Woods, you have a few checks there for those 2 items. It does seem other than the damage that you could possibly take, it does seem a little more desirable than probably what Hyrule Castle is, even though we know that it's loaded.
Indeed.
Oh!
jmeasher unfortunately shooting to the left instead of up. That unfortunately let the Igor there have plenty of time to just charge into him. That is a death, unfortunately. Although not much of a time lost, Eastern is one of the quicker dungeons to do. Still has to go all the way back there, though.
saltyphry making his way to go see Agana here. This would be a new check for us.
Yeah, Agina doesn't get that much love in the randomizer being such an out-of-the-way check. But it is accessible as long as you have bombs. And more money. So, saltyphry relaying that the demo will probably not go do that as a result.
Yeah, I think with
time overall. Sorry, didn't mean to
yeah,
cut you
no,
off.
you're fine. I think right now, with Demo hitting up the Houlihan, that puts him over his 500 rupees. So I think it would not surprise me, especially since he's going south right now, if he's going to make his way over to Zora, because that would probably be one of the last areas other than Death Mountain of Hyrule that we've seen.
Alright, we're not seeing any map checks from our runners here. Not that it matters because it's all dungeons. That being said, the 5-6 crystals could be somewhat important. They could have something important. They could have a critical item to have. Or the pedestal for that matter, by extension.
Yeah, that would definitely add salt to the wounds on this one if this ends up turning into a ped seed as well. I personally have not seen one of those since early last season, but then again, this is Rando, so it could be Rando being Rando.
Indeed. Looking good here, jmeasher. That's a quick kill. That's another stack of 300 rupees.
And Eastern ends up being a crystal.
And there's a sword in Blind's hideout right at the gate. The big key as well.
Yeah, I mean, that fight should be a lot easier now with Blind with the Master Sword. Or no, that's actually, that's their
fighter sword, yes.
That's their fighter sword. That's our second sword overall.
Yes. Hazukitty picking that up. Up once again in Thieves Town. Jamie's, you're going to check the back of Escape.
And
Okay.
Demo's
Sorry, go ahead.
Now this looks like Demo's making his way now here into Ice Rod Cave. So this is a new one for us. Oh, we got a map check. We got 5-6 at Turtle Rock and Swamp Palace, and we had pendants at look like green pendant at Ice and red pendant at Mire.
And blue pendant at Skullwood. So we have all the important items that we need for any sort of checks in Dark World. Light World is 3 blue crystals.
Looks like Treasure Game or Chess Game didn't really have much except for looks like a big heart container on that one. And Demo is now fake flippering. I'm gonna check his oboe. Hobo. I'll eventually get it out right. Oh my goodness, I'm back in the classroom. Oh my goodness. He'll probably then make his way up to Zora.
Trust me, words are hard sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
Alright, so Jamie did entice it and safe warping. Armor on the hobo, so that'll give Demo less likely or more survivability in general.
Yeah, and with the early Dark World access, it's definitely a good find. Because, like I say, we really don't have a whole lot of high or light world checks left. So, I mean, obviously, as soon as he could actually go to Dark World right now, but I think after these checks, be a lot more protected.
Yeah, overall, I think what Waffle House is doing here is actually a very smart play. They are separating between doing their light world checks and their dark world checks, and that is very ideal because that way they cover as much ground as possible here. Jamie sure looks to be doing some other light world checks as well before heading to Dark World. Or could be even doing the same thing, we'll have to see.
Unfortunately, Waterfall Cave there it turns up empty, just some arrows and just a little bit of couch cash on that. But right now, fake flippering's not really that bad of an idea, especially 14 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and we have the water walk side. That is, I believe, the Quakeman item we just saw there on Zora's ledge.
I think that was a bottle, actually.
It was kind of gray, actually, yeah. I could have got mistaken.
Well, I'm hoping it's the Quake. I mean, 3 bottles, 14 minutes into it. That's kind of crazy. Oh!
Silvers!
Oh, that's huge. Especially this early in the game. Wow, dungeons just got easier.
Now I'm curious if I actually saw the Quake medallion or the bottle now, because there could have been a palette weirdness going on with the silvers being there. I actually don't know now. It was definitely something circular.
Well, I'm
Whatever
waiting.
it was.
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting to see if chat's going to help us out, see what it was. But so far, they're not really telling us. So I'm hoping it's Quake and not the bottle. Oh, Demo's giving us a new check here at Hype Cave. Hopefully, Hype Cave will stay up to its name this year.
Sorry,
half magic.
Half magic. That's not bad. Let's see what else we get. Our container, 20 rupees, a heart piece, and 3 more bombs. Kind of okay. The half match is good, and Demo was actually low on bombs, so that was helpful. But overall, kind of meh.
Yeah, I'd give about a 1.5 out of a 10 on that one.
I'd probably say 3. Because half magic does give you a little bit more liberal use in Ice Palace. It should be a little bit more defensive against, or aggressive even, against Trinex, and definitely allows you to survive if you have invincibility against Vitreous.
Yeah, that's true.
So it has its uses, but right now it's kind of useless. We need some other items to pair with it.
Definitely got some new checks here on both ends. We got jmeasher now in the Skull Woods, and looks like Demo making his here on the pyramid. Which, ooh, that looked like Ethan on the pyramid.
That's definitely a medallion. And speaking of which, someone in chat, they're confirming that was in fact a bottle there that we saw. Thank you for the clarification there.
I was hoping I was wrong.
I was hoping I was wrong too, because I don't think they would have liked to go back there.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, the way this game's turned out so far, I mean, you're getting a lot of the good stuff early. I mean, you're getting your bow, you got silver arrows, you got both mitts, you got moon pearl, hammer, master sword. So I mean, it seems like we really haven't had too much on the crazy side yet.
I did not see if saltyphry checked the big key chest, but there was a compass on blind, so Hazu has left an item behind in Thieves Town. I just wasn't keeping track of what that was.
Yeah, I completely missed it as well. I've been kind of going back and forth between Hazukitty and Demo, so yeah, I didn't get to see what the big chest was on that one. Well, he doesn't have a key, so maybe that the key could be in the big chest.
That is true, yeah. So if it was smoking in the big chest, which is possible, then that makes some sense. The lamp in Palace of Darkness, right at the entrance. That is actually very useful. Gives us a fire source, and will help us a lot when we have to do the Agadim climb. Which, I'll be completely honest, is the one dark room I refuse to learn.
Man, that Agatar just scares me. Those dark rooms, man. How people can do those rooms with the hook shot. Wow.
Yeah, I've seen people use the torches with the fire rod, but I just haven't learned it enough. Ding game, meanwhile, being checked here on Hazukitty's end. Quite a few digs so far. I think there's at least 20 now. Oh, but that's a cave. That's it's kind of a gray area there. That gives us a check in Bumper Cave. That gives us invincibility for spiral or spike cave.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those items you don't know if you really want to see or not. Especially being both those kind of sort of being out of the way locations.
Now we have collectively across all runners have the tools for Aghanim, as someone was pointing out. But because we have full Dark World access, at least as far as we know from Waffle House, Tyreese did not know where the hammer is currently. There is no reason to go to Aghanim right now until we find the boots to get the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that one. I mean, it's kind of hard to see probably an Aga play between now and probably say the next half hour, 45 minutes. Because I mean, we're really not going to need that cane unless for Ice Palace, Mire, and Turtle Rock. So, yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, that's my thing. I don't think we're going to see it for a while. So,
and just so there's no logic foolery here, we can also determine that the Cane of Samaria is not in Pyramid Fairy because Turtle Rock is required for that to be unlocked.
yeah, that throws a wrench in a lot of things. I've been trying to catch up on season 2 lately, and some of the races you definitely got to think of logic because there's been items that they look for and you think that they would be there, but once you finally put logic into action, you finally realize, oh wait, they're not going to be there because you needed that weapon to complete that dungeon. So
I keep missing things left, right, and center. Apparently, we found a rod here in Palace of Darkness. It looks like.
Ooh. Yeah, I definitely missed that one as well.
Or it could have been one of our trackers misclicking. Ah, the rod is apparently on Saltyphry. So we'll have to take a look at Saltyphry's screen here to see which one it is.
Which we may not see his screen. We might have to watch the little item menu there since they can use the L and R's.
Ah, yeah, quick swap is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard when I was tracking a race last night. I was trying to double check on see what we were going to see. So
Well, there's some arrows there. We'll see if you can see the item menu change.
looks like blacksmith is just some money. So
Alright, Hazukitty's about to stumble onto the second sword. jmeasher with those talismans going back into Dark World. Demo is down. I believe that was a death warp.
yeah, I believe that was a death warp because it was coming out of the dark maze.
Cape now for Saltyphry.
Oh, looks like we're going to see a current jump here on jmeasher's side.
Makes sense to me.
I got admit this is a very cool move, but it is extremely, extremely difficult.
Yeah, and that Hinox is not playing nice either.
Now, if I remember correctly, you can do the splashly here as well, can't you?
Maybe?
I think I've seen somebody do it, but I can't remember if it was here or someplace else. I mean, I know I've seen it up in Zora and going into Lake Hylia, but I can't remember if I've seen it there or not.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the instant splash deletion trick. I have to research that a bit more.
From my understanding, I believe it's 3 arrows, 2 bombs, or some combination of that. Along, you can also use a boomerang, I believe.
Yeah, there is a lot of ways to set it up, but it's all one simple overlying factor. Is you're basically trying to overload the sprite count so the splash doesn't happen. Alright, here we go with Helmholtz King on demo side. jmeasher, with the knowledge that the hammer is in the basement, is now heading there. Hazukitty has it as well.
It does look like the rod that we found on saltyphry was actually the ice rod, not the fire rod, so...
Does that mean that jmeasher also has it? Because we said that was in Skull Woods, right?
I did not see where it came out of, so I'm hoping Czech can maybe bail me out and tell us where it was at, so...
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of 4 feeds, to be perfectly honest.
Yes, it is. Big chests in Skull Woods.
Yeah, so jmeasher could have maybe not opened that chest. We'll have to wait and see. Ethan now from saltyphry. Yeah, information once again from demo. And we are getting coverage that Artie Walsh does have the ice rod. And we also know that Artie Walsh, or jmeasher, sorry, got the names mixed up, also has the Titan's mitts. Because they have been in the Dark World before getting that hammer. And now also with the Master Sword in hand as well. Or no, they haven't been to Thieves Town, never mind.
Looks like Demo's now getting up into his Eastern Palace play here. Can't remember if there was I don't think there was anything big in here, just a lot of smaller items, but that will give him his pod Eastern combo. So
Yeah, quite easy to do pod and Eastern together. In this case, they would just have to choose the warp and start in Eastern, because they don't have the mirror. But again, no big deal. Getting them both done is an important thing to do regardless. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I just realized Demo's already finished pod.
yeah. Yeah, he just took. He actually just did it not too like a few seconds ago. So. One thing I will admit, right now I think it's kind of interesting that here we are, we're 27.5 minutes into the race. We've had Death Mountain access for quite a while. I mean, I know we're missing the mirror, so we can't get to east side, but it'll be kind of interesting to see how soon they go up that direction.
jmeasher has the fire rod, according to our tracker on that end. But it's also the other tracker probably saw the ice rod. We don't know yet. We have to see a menu. Ah! This is confusing.
Well, speaking of Death Mountain, saltyphry's up there right now. I just now realized that he was getting the old man, so...
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take a look at saltyphry's feed, see if he changes his weapons off that bow.
Looks like $50 there out of the lunchbox.
Purple chest.
Yep.
Turn that in, getting that done. One last thing that Hazu has to do. There's the Quake Medallion. I think we're gonna try to bomb jump out of this, or something we're gonna just save for.
I think he's probably just going to do a save and quit. Well, maybe not. I figure maybe do a save and quit just for the fact he doesn't have the mirror or the hook shot yet. So, but he might try to do Spike Cave maybe. I mean, he does got a couple potions. He does have that cape, so.
We do see. Oh, jmeasher does have the master sword. It looks like. And those silvers making absolute short work of the Armos Knights.
Ooh!
Spike Cave has the boots!
Ooh!
That is a huge find for Waffle House.
Oh, I think since they found those, we're going to see, we'll see probably our Bonk Rocks and our King's Tomb, and it would not surprise me one bit if they hit Aghanim after that to go get that cane. Wow.
I don't doubt it whatsoever either.
That is one heck of a find, especially in Spike Cave. And since they don't have any way to get over to east side, I mean, that's a risk right there. And who would have thought find the boots on one of 3 checks on Death Mountain? Wow.
Given the low health count here, I would go ahead and say that the cape was, I think, required for that. I think there's no way they could tank it. I mean, they did get 2 red potions, so that would have done it. But no, I think cape's required for that. And there's the flute.
Oh, flute.
The flute is the. Well, that saves saltyphry for save warping because now saltyphry is going to turn the flute on and warp to 4.
Wow, this seed just opened up even more. Wow, with the boots leading to the flute that opens up. Wow. And it looks like jmeasher is going to go get his silver arrows here up at Zora. So that's going to be a big find for him. I bet he probably wish he had it just a little bit early before going into Eastern.
Ether required to enter Misery Mire.
Yeah, one thing Chad just pointed out, I didn't even notice it till just now, but look at the health. saltyphry, Demo, and jmeasher have respectively 8, 9, and looks like 7 hearts, while Hazukitty has 12. That's kind of crazy here, 32 minutes, and we have that big a discrepancy when it comes to the health.
Yeah, and Hazu finding all those hearts means jmeasher will opt to skip them, which can be good, can be bad.
Yeah, trying to run a low percent seed, that's kind of definitely rough. But at the level these runners are on, I'm sure that's probably nothing. So. Low health always makes me nervous, especially in the Dark World. And it looks like Demo, he's going to eventually pick up his boots out of Spike Cave. He's picking up the old man right now. So he's getting his Death Mountain save portal. While jmeasher picking up his ether. Oh, looks like jmeasher going to make his way up to Catfish. That's going to be a new check that we have not yet seen in the race. So it'll be interesting to see what we got here.
Alright, so we don't know which of the 2 rods we have, but there was one in Skullwoods. So I think we're missing the other one, the flippers, and the mirror, and the hookshot as well. If I'm correct in my brain logic here.
Yeah, that does sound about right. And Hazukitty.
I'm surprised I didn't forget one for once.
Well, I mean, right now, just where all our runners are at, and where they're at already in the game. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think of everything we got. I mean, we're really not missing a whole lot to go before we're just in a boss rush mode. So.
Demo's now going to pick up the flute. I think it's safe to say which of the rods we have, actually, now that I think about it. Because Saltyphry would probably have done Skull Woods right now and finished off Moth if we had the fire rod. So I think we do in fact have the ice rod in Skull Woods. Again, we need to see it in the menu to absolutely confirm this. We have not been able to catch it just yet.
Looks like Demo's finally going to go do our Aga play now. And without the Master Sword, at least he does have the cave, so he can go straight in and take care of Aga.
That is correct. Don't need the Master Sword, just need to have a way to get past the barrier, which the cape provides.
But at least he does have silver arrows, so this Aga Tower can't matter taking very long.
And jmeasher is leaving the mountain.
Oh no, go back. Go back.
I mean, this is a sensible play there. He can't do much else without having access to the right side or the mirror to go up to Hera.
Well, he's also missing the cape or the blue cane, so and being only 7 hearts, I don't think he has enough potions to make it all the way around.
It's not even 7 hearts, it's 6. Yeah, no, he can't do it.
Where did jmeasher find the fire rod?
It's again that rod discrepancy here. We don't know which one they have, but there was at Skull Woods, whichever one it was.
Okay, gotcha.
We haven't been able to confirm it was the ice rod or the fire rod yet, as of yet. I'm kind of leaning towards the ice rod at this point, though, because if it was the fire rod, they would have finished them off while they were there.
Now, Hazukitty, she does have her cape, so hopefully maybe she'll make her way up to Spike Cave.
Yeah, hopefully. And jmeasher is frantically digging here. Are they actually out of location now that I think about it?
We haven't been to Desert. They don't have access to that one yet.
We're getting confirmation from Matt7998, who I believe is a third member of one of these teams. I forget which one. That says it was in fact the ice rod that was in Skull Woods. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. All right, so how many blue balls we getting? I'm gonna say 2. How about you?
You already took 2. I'm gonna go with 3.
Normally I'd go 3, but I figured as crazy as this seed's been so far, I figured I'd go 2. Oh, jmeasher going to Spike Cave. But
Yep.
can he? Oh, he does have the cape. Okay, so it looks like he'll be okay. Oh!
Didn't have the health. Alright, so now our item trackers are now up to date with the accurate information. Why do you use blue balls there from Aga 1?
Well, I know I'm going to give major props to our trackers. Duodeca and T Sigma, man. I'm telling you, not an easy job, so thanks, guys.
Yeah, especially with the quick stuff going on. They are the unsung heroes.
Down goes Aga.
Alright, so Aga 1 is down, which means Pyramid Fairy... Oh, not Pyramid Fairy. Lumberjack now is open to them. But in addition to that, the Light World is kind of thrown into sort of a hard mode of sorts. Their guards are a lot more frequent in other locations. They're all over Kakariko, for instance. There's a lot of red guards in particular over in the Eastern Palace area. Overall, it's a very dangerous place now to be on low health. But jmeasher and Hazu both with the boots now.
Yeah, but thinking of what you've been saying, I mean, they really don't have a whole lot left to check. I mean, we've seen just about almost everything other than Eastside Death Mountain, so it's almost time you have to go dive some dungeons here. I mean, but fortunately, there's really not a whole lot we can do.
The only dungeon that we can complete is, in fact, Misery Mire. But that's a pendant dungeon as well. But it's making me think that there might be something in there that we need.
Yeah, especially with Demo picking up his Cane of Samaria, and he already has his flute. He's got the proper medallion. I mean, that's about the only place he really can go. I checked Meyer's Shed. It looks like Hazukitty is going to beat him to that. But, yeah, he's going to 6, so that's the only place you can go.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that Tyler was, in fact, last location that boots. Simply because there's just nowhere else for them to go without having something else. They checked everywhere else. They covered quite a bit of ground.
Yeah, Meyer's Shed comes up with nothing, just $25 there in rupees, so. It'd be, what do you think is going to be our next progression? I mean, is it going to be our mirror? Is it going to be our fire rod? Or even a hook shot? If I had to take a guess, I would almost have to say hook shot's got to be in here to open up East Death Mountain, and then we go from there. I mean, that's what I would think is going to happen.
I'm actually going to say that it's the mirror. That'll open up Harrow. It'll give us access to the east side of Death Mountain. And it'll also open up various checks on the overworld as well, in which more items can be there. At this point, though, the flippers, all they do is give us logical access to enter ice battles, which we can't even enter anyway because we don't have a fire source. Or rather, a valid fire source to kill the ice monkeys.
Oh, there's our hook shot.
Hook shot in Mire. Alright. That also gives them access to east side of Death Mountain.
Now, I would not be surprised one bit, though, if the second item in this dungeon is also a progression item.
We'll have to wait and see. Ooh! Demo just narrowly avoiding death there. Half a heart, trying to get another heart to heal, and the BMO's looking right at him.
I wonder if he plays dodgeball, because that was some very interesting reflexes. Wow.
Yeah, thankfully BMOs do not have the greatest of aim. They just see you and just fire straight ahead. They don't even leave their shot.
That's very true. It's unlike all the other Zelda games where when you run into a BMOS, they just keep their flame going.
Yeah, they're more of a sniper, if you will, in this game.
Like I say, BMOS are easy to dodge except for when we get to the Gauntlet in Ganis Tower.
Yeah,
seems like every time you... Yeah, it seems like every time you try to avoid those, unfortunately, you always get nailed, so... Now, I do have a question for you. I've been wanting to ask this question for a while, but here in Misery Mire, I know in one of the old versions, it actually used to be in logic that if there was a small key there in that north room that Demo was just in, where he's going right now, the cutscene chest should be the big key. Is that still that way?
I believe so. Because I think it's set up in such a way that you can't ever key lock yourself. It's been a fair while since I played, so the key locking might have got changed in a minor update for all I know.
Yeah, that's definitely been one of those things that I've been wanting to see. Now, I mean, like I said, I've been trying to catch up on Season 2, and I haven't been put in that kind of situation yet, so...
And in this case, what's the map? I think it's if it's a small key in that room, then the big key has to be down here. I think that's how it is. It's some sort of weird pairing like that. Which means that the last small key is available somewhere before that point. Last check before boss. Yep, there's the third small key. So boss has the second item here in Misery Mire.
Which this boss is not going to take us very long to defeat, not with those silver arrows.
It might actually. And the only reason I'm saying that is I forget how many silver arrows it takes to kill every single eyeball.
Oh, yeah, good point.
He might have just enough. If not, he's probably either has one to spare or one too few. It's either one of those.
9 mini eyeballs, I believe, and then 2 on top of that.
Yeah, he just barely has enough shots here. He's going to need to find some more arrows though, because that's not nowhere near enough to finish the game.
It looks like Tile Roomies, both of them are finally making their way here into Agate Tower. Gonna kill him, go get their cane, and go catch up with Waffle House drive-thru.
Yeah, the seat is currently fairly linear up into the entrance of Mire. The hookshot though does mix things up a little bit, but not much. And both runners do have the silver arrows on Tile Ruby's side, whereas saltyphry has not actually been to Zora to pick them up. Oh, there's a miss.
Oh, he does get the 0 cycle. Oof.
He only had 2 arrows to spare. The second item is a heart container, so it's just the hookshot, which means our next bit of progression is up on the mountain, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I would go right now. I would head to the mountain, go take care of East Side, because you got 7 there in Paradox Cave, 2 in Super Bunny. They do now with the hookshot. Now they can now do hookshot cave, so that's another 4. So there's 11 checks right there. So definitely a better call than probably going to Swamp Palace right now with the 5 there.
They can't even go to Swamp.
Oh, yep, don't have the flippers yet. We haven't seen those yet.
Or the mirror, for that matter.
Yep.
In fact, at this point, it's more likely that we're going to get the mirror before the flippers. Although it would be funny because I don't know how many items we have over in that location.
It looks like Waffle House drive-thru has decided that they want to leave us in suspense here with Paradox Cave.
Hmm. Oh, there we go. We got the items here. A few consumables. I don't see the ones in the basement. Oh.
No. I guess we're going to have to wait in suspension just a little bit longer than, I guess, for saltyphry to go help us out.
Indeed. These things do happen, though. Hazukitty, meanwhile, has defeated Agnum 1, and jmeasher is soon to follow. Demo, though, still is on the fighter sword, I want to point out.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting that that we are on fighter sword. I mean, being 51 minutes in the game, even though it is we are doing rando here. I mean, it seems like we always get their last 3 swords in Gannis Tower, so we'd like to see another sword here soon.
Only compass in here. We're likely to see Hairpot as well from demo.
Yeah, I think we're going to see it now. I will admit this is probably one of the cooler glitches that we do see. I don't know about you, but I know I struggle with this one as well.
Struggle on it a little bit.
But they're going to make it look so easy. Look at that, first try. Wow. Not fair.
And I didn't see anything important in Demo's menu just now.
Oh, don't fall. No!
That's fine, because you can now check the chest down here. You just
Oh, yeah.
a little bit more walking.
I was thinking that was the one that took you all the way back down into Hairpot.
No, it's the uppermost one.
I remember using that one as a kid, but I can't. It's been so long since I've actually had to do that. I didn't remember which one it was.
Yeah, it's nice to know if you need health, but it's a good, like, what?
It's a long way down.
Yeah, it's a good 5 times as follows. So that narrow pit right there that's isolated at the very top of the room.
Gotcha. And saltyphry using cave strats there on Vitreous. And then 8 arrows, and down goes Vitreous.
Alright, so this is a 50-50 item here, I believe, for demo. And it's 20 rupees, so that means the small key is in the basement, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so. Actually, yes, it is. It is down in the basement. The key count is 0. So, yeah, down in the basement.
Hazukitty down, using a fairy to revive. To bottle that when we were looking. The demo has come up short, so it has to be here on this side of the mountain. Although we haven't seen any of the Dark World Death Mountain checks yet. Saltyphry Memo is on the way. So we'll see if we missed anything important there on Demo's end. And no, there's nothing of importance there because Saltyphry's not going there. So it must have been a couple more pickups there. So let's see what Dark will have in store for Demo.
Yeah, it looks like Tyler Roomies, both of them in Misery Mire, both of them just now picked up their hook shot. So, and it looks like they're going to take, both of them will take quick.
Wait a minute, mirror.
Wait, where?
Picked it up in Hera. Completely missed that.
We found a mirror.
Yeah, mirror's in Demo's hands right now.
Whoa!
There's our fire rod. So that's depending on medallion for Turtle Rock. That's Flippers and Go mode.
So
which medallion do we need? Ether. Flippers and Go mode, I think. For Waffle House.
Oh, there's our mirror. Oh, and a mushroom and hookshot cave.
There's
the
flipper.
And flippers.
So that is the collective Go mode for Team Waffle House.
And our red meringue. Wow, hookshot cave was... Wow, that was loaded. That almost... That puts us in no mode, doesn't it?
Item are they missing?
Saltyphry needs to get the fire rod. Demo needs to get the ice rod. We only need ether to get into the both Mire and Turtle Rock. We got our eastern entrance to the back door. Yeah, I would say we're in no mode.
Collective, I wouldn't even say the collective Go mode because they know where every item is collectively due to the info share. Demo's now going to be heading over to Skullwoods to pick up the ice rod, which is the last item he needs. And Saltyphry knows that Hera has the mirror and knows where the fire rod and the flippers are. Thanks to Saltyphry, or not Saltyphry, Demo checking Dark Death Mountain.
And then right here comes Demo's Master Sword. So other than what they already know, I mean, hopefully they find a third sword here, which would be kind of nice, not being able to do a Ganon Tempered Sword compared to Ganon Master Sword.
Yeah, I think Demo and Saltyphry are still going to do checks on the way through their dungeons. Because Saltyphry currently is going to be doing Master Sword Silverless Ganon, which is the hardest way you can fight Ganon in this game.
Yeah, you can pay me all the money you want. I will refuse every single time to do that. Give me at least Tempered Sword. That 48 total spin slashes, not for me.
I mean, just getting the... Saltyphry does know where the silvers are, just chosen not to get them yet. But might decide they are not worth picking up and wants the Tempered Sword instead.
Oh, for a second, I was thinking there was something on Floating Island, the way he went. Saltyphry was starting to go up. I was like, did we miss another item? But it looked like he just skipped a hook shot. Oh, and Saltyphry going into TR. It is full completable, so...
Yeah, Demo has to come back down this way to clear these dungeons, in part because the ice rod is in Skull Woods. Alright, so we do have a compass there, which means we did in fact need to find the fire rod. Not that it mattered, because it was just outside in Super Running Cave. There's the fire rod now for jmeasher. How's this going to go get the ice rod now?
I say Wolf.
Does have Quake at least.
I say Wolfling. I don't know about you, but I know I've been enjoying this run. So make sure you give all these runners a follow. I mean, here we are, an hour in, working hard for our entertainment.
As you were saying, that simultaneous game over from saltyphry and Hazukitty. To answer your question, chat, yes, collectively, Waffle House is in Goma because of info share. They know where their last pieces of the puzzle are. Demo knows through saltyphry's information that this ice rod is in Skullwoods. And saltyphry in turn knows that where the silvers are to speed up the Ganon fight, but just has not gone over to King's Order to pick them up.
Ooh,
Magic
there's
powder
powder.
in Turtle Rock. And jmeasher into Ice Palace. Demo on the warpath to go get the ice rod to finish this run. Now folks, just in case you're not aware of how we are going about the timing for this race, it is average time between our two cooperative runners that decides this. If the one team comes in first and second respectively, that is an auto win, obviously, because the average time cannot be beaten by the other team. But if it comes in a situation in which one team member finishes first and the other team member finishes last, there is go mode now for Waffle House. But yeah, if one team member finishes first, the other team member finishes last overall, then averages will come into play. Nice icebreaker from jmeasher. saltyphry still on the warpath through. Is actually checking Mimic Cave. This is smart, I think, in Salty's eyes, because Salty... Huh?
No, but Salty changed his mind.
Okay. Probably had a little bit of muscle memory there. But I wouldn't doubt if I wanted to check that for a Tempered Sword.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I was kind of surprised that he wouldn't have stopped there, but that's why these guys are running. I'm not. When it comes to anything other than Temper Sword or even Butter Sword, I know I'm not as confident as these guys are, so.
Pokemadora in Ice Palace. Well,
at least we have front door access now of Desert Palace. Well, that also opens up all the both tablets as well. So I just, unfortunately for tile roomies, that's gonna open up a couple more checks they probably don't want to do.
Well, thankfully, Hazukitty is in the right area of the overworld. We'll find the mirror here in just a moment. And we'll most likely find the fire rod and the flippers in due time. Mafia down. Second item was on the boss. It was only a single rupee. And of course, just to remind anyone just now tuning in, this is an all dungeon siege. Defeating Skullwoods and all the other pending dungeons is required. In addition to fighting Aghanim 1, which we have already done, and Aghanim 2. jmeasher has defeated Cold Stare.
It looks like saltyphry just kind of stopped checking chess now in Turtle Rock, so looks like he's just going to be going for it. And Hazukitty finds her mirror.
Yeah, this was actually quite a bottleneck seed if you want to think about it that way, because everything was locked behind finding the boots in Spike Cave. So we can get the Cane of Samaria and the flute so that we can get the hook shot, which gave us the rest of our go mode on the mountain.
Yeah, it was quite surprising how quickly the seeds opened up. I mean, they checked everything, they didn't find it, and especially the dungeons.
I was taking a big bounce there from Molder upon entering the arena. Nearly got ringed out. Two spins. Oh, a poke! Oh no, that's not good. Molder's now enraged and is going to go extra fast.
Down goes Trinex, and unfortunately he gives us the map, and then there goes Moldorm. At least he's going down, so.
Yeah, that could have been very bad for Hazukitty. Because when Moldorm there, as you saw, gets down to his last hit, bit of health, he starts going pretty fast and tightens up his collision box quite a bit, I believe. Very likely to bring you out at that point.
Yeah, that does sound about right. I know I'm a big victim when it comes to all those Moldorm hugs, so.
Yeah, Master Sword Spins is the best way to deal with them. If you have Fighter Sword when you're fighting Moldorm, though, it is completely unavoidable unless you use the hammer instead. Because even the Fighter Sword Spins are not enough to skip the Enrage phase.
So to use a baseball analogy, strike one, strike two, strike three, down goes Lamulus. They're on Demo's side, so wow.
Alright, 3 bosses left for Demo to defeat: Ice Palace, Swamp Palace, and Turtle Rock.
So what's your order on that one? How would you like to do that one? Would you go to Swamp Palace or Ice Palace first?
Swamp and Ice. Because from Swamp you can dive down in the lake, make to a quick mirror, and then head into Ice. And then Turtle Rock you obviously save for last because again it's tower.
Well, if you're in saltyphry's way, I mean, you got what order would you go on that one? You got Desert, Swamp, and then Skull Woods after this one.
That one's a little trickier.
I mean, granted, they're both in go mode. I mean, other than not having the silvers, but.
So they're very gonna not do the iceberg and instead gonna take the normal way through the dungeon.
So jmeasher takes down Lamulus there. That's his third crystal overall. 2 pennants, so 5 out of the 10. He's halfway there.
Yep. So if I was in saltyphry's position here, what I would be doing is after finishing Ice is I would go to Skull Woods and take care of Mothula, because then Desert is we complete to 6 to reach Desert, and we complete to 7 or 4 depending on your preference to get the Swamp, and then flute to 1 to get up the mountain. Saltyphry working his way through, Demo working his way through Swamp. Still no other way for Saltyphry to defeat Ganon other than Master Silverless. It is doable, but extremely time-consuming. Which could end up being a factor in this race if jmeasher and Hazu you can catch up. They are quite a ways behind, though.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with you, but I mean, that just me hearing you say that, Master Sword Silverless, that just makes me nervous.
Yeah. It is difficult, but it is doable. And it is also extremely time-consuming. And there was the hook speed variation of Parapod just now on jmeasher's side. No bombs required on that one, just need boots. And the hook shot, of course. And there's the mirror. And that, I believe, yes, that is go mode now for tile roomies.
Yeah, for both of them, yep.
And there was Diver down real quick there from demo. Saltyphry is making the trip up the sword to get the silver arrows.
And Moldorm goes down pretty easily there for jmeasher, so...
Ah, that's why I was confused by what it was. It wasn't just a bottle, it was a bottle with a fairy in it. So the whole inner spriting of the bottle kind of threw me off there, is what happened.
Oh, you're referring to Zora, why you thought, okay.
Yeah,
I was trying to think, it's like...
As we can see right now, Saltyphry's gonna go and pick that up.
Yeah. God, I was trying to think, it's like, I sort of knew what you were talking about, but I kept thinking, scratching my head, it's like, I was forgetting what you were talking about, but now I do, so. That was a conversation we had probably about, what, an hour ago?
Yeah. Nice double hooks there from demo. Argus is now taken care of into phase 2, 1 silver arrow, and done. And a little bit of red, but not the red of the temper sword that they want to see. Although that is more of an orange, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit. But I'm pretty sure all 4 of them probably won't be getting potions anytime soon. Most of them are pretty set, except for Hazukitty. I mean, she's really not set with money, but she's got 13 hearts there. I'm sure she'd need no stinking potions, so.
Well, they might. They might want a potion or a fairy for safety at the very least. Because I want to remind everyone here that Demo is the only one with an armor upgrade right now. That was on the Hobo a while back. We have yet to find the other male upgrade this entire time. Everyone is still on green male, with the exception of one of our runners.
I didn't even realize that until you just said that. I'm really kind of surprised that at least somebody on tile roomies would have gone to Hobo, but especially since they did all the Zora checks, so.
And this is kind of dangerous for jmeasher because I believe Ganon's contact damage will one-shot him if he's not careful at that health total.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I believe it's 8 hearts on a Ganon hug, and then the bats are 4 or 6, I think.
Definitely one of the higher sources of damage. Chain chops are also right up there with being one of the higher sources of damage.
Well, we did get to see 2 of the fun glitches there. You saw there is Icebreaker there on Demo's side, and we did see Diver down there on Measher's side. 2 very nice glitches there that are wish that I could master.
That was Interesting. I just saw Hazu put the block down and immediately walk onto it and then fall through the floor. I mean, I don't want to say that was frame perfect, but I want to say that was frame imperfect. Because that was definitely not intended. Laser bridge. Maybe we'll find a sword here for Hazu. Or just looking for the key, maybe? Just the key.
Yeah, just the key. Oh, she's going back and forth. She couldn't figure out if she wanted to go back or not.
Meanwhile, jmeasher has defeated Argus. Still has a lot of bosses to defeat, though.
Well, now that they got everything, I would think some of these dungeons would be pretty quick. So
Yeah.
it may seem like they're really far behind right now, but...
Oh, that's not good. Demo did not get the spin to start this fight with Cold Stare. And you can see the puffs have all scattered around the distant corners of the room. Added just a little bit of difficulty and length to this fight.
Oof.
Still doable though, as we see here. And Cold Stare has the key, which does in fact mean that this dungeon was Samaria locked. It's one of those weird quirks that the key is on Cold Stare. If this logic expects you to have Cane of Samaria to complete the dungeon. Because you have no way of solving the puzzle the vanilla way.
Now, if I remember correctly, if it's anything else, that means it's hook shot locked, correct?
I believe there's a little bit of extra key logic nuance, but I completely forgot it. It's been way too long. It's something about there being like one key and the big key's not there or something like that. It's complicated. I forget all of the requirements on that.
Yeah, that's the one explanation I don't know. I know about that if you find a small key there on Cold Stare, then it's cane locked, but there's another way and with everything but the hook shot, so. Looks like Hazukitty kind of struggling here with Trinex here on the fire side. And I don't know if she has any more potions left. No, she's out of potions. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Thankfully, there is a full magic restore outside the fight. The Hazu just has to get back there. But didn't take the shortcut, so that's a little bit more walking to do. Oh no. That is unfortunate.
And looks like, oh, she's going to steal some here. Well, but she needs
Oh, she didn't have magic to go across the dark room.
The bridge. Yeah, I forgot about that one too. I was thinking that she had the safety door opened up.
Having to play it safe using attacks here. Using a lot of health. Meanwhile, jmeasher is fighting Blind right now. We haven't mentioned this yet, but Blind can be a very easy fight. So far, so good. 3 more hits. 1, 2. Perfect. Oh, Demo! Coming to a stop, getting knocked off by the Bari.
A lot of the races I've seen so far in Season 2, that was a very common thing I saw. They'd get there, and they would get nailed by one of those little beetles there, and Rando being Rando again, I guess.
Yeah. Those Bahari jellyfish do not mess around. Ooh, Demo almost got bit by that chain chomp on the way down the stairs.
Yeah, almost got sniped. Oh my. Oh, but at least he did find the powder and got that anti-fairy, so makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah, powder was in chain chomp room, so that was pretty much unmissable. And both Demo and saltyphry are in their last dungeons now, I just realized.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Still a bit of workload left for tile roomies to do. Alright.
And Hazukitty getting her magic refill there right before Trinex, so I think she should be good to go here this time.
That's right. And just to remind everyone who may not be familiar with how we're handling the league here on the open side, or the invitational side of things. This is not an elimination, this is sort of the Swiss rounds thus far, and we've only just gotten started. These two runners, or these two teams rather, still have another game to play this week before they move on to week 2, which...
Yeah, that game is tomorrow. Their game 2 tomorrow at the same time, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. What is week 2, incidentally? I forgot.
Give me a second, I'll tell you.
Alright. Hazukitty dying on Trinex, gonna use that fairy that she picked up to revive.
Week 2 is open defeat Ganon.
So pretty much a normal week. That's the best way to describe it. Lots of ice being thrown around by that ice head.
Yeah, week 3 is about the same, standard defeat Ganon. Week 4 is one of my favorite weeks. Spoiler log, Key Sandy, co-pilot, defeat Ganon. Week 5 is one of a lot of people's. They enjoy mystery. Week 6, open all dungeons. And then week 7, the last one, is open defeat Ganon, Randomizer, co-op. So there's
yes, and also Chad is doing something here that we haven't mentioned yet. Get your guesses down for the big Iki guessing game here. We have 22 chests in Ganon's Tower, only one of which reports contain the big key to let us ascend. Put us a number in chat and tell us which chest you think we're gonna get it in. Keep in mind we are gonna go by the first person to enter, which is looking to be saltyphry.
So what's your number? Mine's always 12. Doesn't matter which way we go. It's either the fire bar room or Rando room.
I'm gonna say... Ooh, that's a tough call. I'm gonna say it's the compass room. It's on right side.
I could see that. Seems like a lot of the races lately it's been on the right side, been in compass room, so I think you might be right on that one.
Yeah, I'll even go far as to say it's the compass chest, the one that spawns the holes.
Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, he's going left side, so maybe a modified dark magician route. Oh, nope.
Checking the hope room for an instant key. Or checking the torch for an instant big key. 2 and 3 now on hope room. They almost be in the shortly to follow. No items there.
So good call, going to go get that small key there in the torch room.
Indeed. Not gonna do Tyro, of course. Tyro is usually saved for last. Unless Demo wants to check it for so that saltyphry can mirror and stop. I don't think I've ever seen that happen though.
I haven't either, at least not in a co-op anyways. The only time I've ever seen it happen on in a race is when somebody felt that they were really far behind and hoping to going for a big old gamble.
4, 5, 6, and 7 now for saltyphry. Small key. Big key. 5.
Number 5. Nice job.
Now, I think this is another bit of key logic that I vaguely remember, but I think if the small key's there, the big key has to be there as well. I'm not 100% sure on that one. It's, again, been a long time.
I think one of our trackers here has used the sight of seeing the future to win our big key guessing game there. So congratulations, Sigma. He actually chose number 2, but he was the closest. So I guess we're playing a little bit of prices right here, where if you're closest, but without going over. So congratulations, Mr. Sigma.
I mean, anyone would have beat him if they guessed 3, E6 or 7, I think. No, 3, 4, 6, 7. That's right. Math is hard.
Hey, well, I was good at math until I got to freshman year in high school. That's when algebra went way over my head. Looks like Hazukitty going to go with the hammer strats this time here on Trineck. So,
Just realized something. If I put my guess in as 6, I would have won. Oh well. Hindsight's 20/20 and all that.
that is true. This year kind of needs to go away. Wow, it's still surprising. Here we are. We got 2 runners in GT, and we're still on Master Sword. Now, Grant, we did leave a lot of basement unchecked, but hopefully in these last couple of checks, we might find a sword.
Yeah, there's 4 chicks up at the top of the tower. Any one of them can be the sword you're missing. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe on... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make a prediction here. I think I know where one of the swords are. We saw one old man, but I don't think we saw the other one. At all. I don't think we saw Hasrala.
No, we did not see green pendant. No, we didn't. We didn't see that turn in.
Oh, but we did see the closet, right? I just never remembered that. I forgot if we checked that or not.
Yeah, we checked the closet. We just didn't check the green pendant on that one.
I think we also haven't checked Magic Bat, although we did have the pattern really late. So yeah, it's very likely that the swords are in GT. Which is annoying.
Looks like Hazukitty finally did get Trinex down, which is a good thing. Puts her about halfway through the seat so far.
Oh, saltyphry getting recoiled off the platform, has to refight Moldorm too.
Well, he is called Trolldorm for a reason.
Yep, not meant to be a hard boss, just meant to be very annoying.
And oh, jmeasher taking a death. Hopefully he's got a fairy. Oh, he does.
But that was a dungeon death.
Yeah, that unfortunately that one takes him all the way back to the beginning. Didn't
Final
go
test
check the big chest.
Ganon Tower was not a sword. In fact, it was 20 rupees, which is actually what's supposed to be there. If you can believe that.
I don't know what we're going to spend that $20 on, but hopefully it might be something good.
Maybe we can always use it to buy a potion. Nice double there from saltyphry on the first wave here of Aga 2. Getting a single there, getting interrupted. Another single. Ooh, this is kind of a tricky one to get. Yet another single, so it's 2, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Yeah, that is Agitude down. That is all dungeons cleared. Both Agitudes cleared. Saltyphry is eligible to complete the goal of all dungeons now, and can now fight Ganon. If a dungeon was not cleared before this, is one of our pendants or Aga 1, which was unavoidable, a little bit due to having Kane Samaria, then Saltyphry would not be able to actually kill Ganon in this goal. But the goal has been met, so Ganondorf is vulnerable in Phase 4.
If I remember right, he calls us a dingus, doesn't he?
Yep. He actually will taunt you, saying, hey, you haven't completed your goal yet. And you can fight him, but he will be completely invincible when Phase 4 begins.
That's actually a good spot right there now. Saltyphry now in Phase 2.
Oh, but Saltyphry taking a hit here. But does hit the fairy from Zora's River. Or Domain.
Yeah, that was on there on the ledge. Yeah, so definitely a good pickup for that one.
Oh, and one more hit. That's a red potion. Can chug it.
And it looks like, hey, Hazukitty took down Armos, so.
Yep. Demo is now done with Agatu, is now also able to fight Ganon. A third Phase 2 here. Around a Phase 2 here from Saltyphry. Has to sneak in a couple more hits. Playing extremely safe. The Trident is gone, so we're on to Phase 3.
So the 2 hardest phases are now done. Just, oh my goodness, don't get hit by those fire flames.
Yeah, the hard part is now over. Saltyphry now needs to do a spin attack in order to damage Ganon. Slashes do not work with the Master Sword as a reminder. So has to use spins. And now that we're in the Phase 4, a spin, and then 4 silver arrows to win the fight. But we have to keep the lights on, and no torch glitch here. That's fine. Torch glitch is extremely important if we have to do tempered silverless. Or master silverless, sorry. Nice double there. Torches are going out. Ganondorf gets stunned. That's the last silver right there. Ladies and gentlemen, get your GG's in chat for Saltyphry. Saltyphry crossing the finish line with an official time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, 10 seconds. The race is not over yet. His partner Demo must now cross the finish line as well, and then the times will be averaged out.
And Demo picks up the torch glitch, so that's going to make this a little bit easier. Only have to deal with the 1 torch, not 2.
And there we go. Demo defeating Ganon, sorry, I got the wrong boss there for a moment. And folks, with a second place finish on Demo coming up here in a matter of moments, Demo crosses the finish line with a time of 1:33:04, and because the 2 new fit runners finished first, there's our winner, without a shadow of a doubt, is Team Waffle House Drive-Thru.
GG to both runners. Great race, guys. Very entertaining.
A quick tabulation of the times here, and I believe that goes to an average of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 32 seconds? I'm not 100% sure, but we are now joined by Team Waffle House here. GG's and great racing.
Half of them. The other half had to, they're still stuck in the drive-thru right now.
Demo is here with us.
Hello.
So, Demo, were you wondering where the sword is? Because we actually don't know.
Would be nice to know where any other swords are. I'm saying that the other team hasn't found any swords either.
No, if we had to guess, left side Ganon's castle was the only place checked, as well as a gate, or Sahasrara rather.
Yeah, most likely left side GT.
Although, now that I think about it, we never did check any of the mirror spots in the overworld, did we? Places like Checkerboard Cave and the like.
We
You're
did
now
not.
also now joined by saltyphry.
Oh, there he is. Hey, you got out of the drive-through.
Yep. How's it going?
They're pretty good. So, yeah, Master Sword with Silvers is not an easy fight. Hey, but you guys
No.
pulled through.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those things. Like, I wasn't when I saw the silver, or when I heard the silvers were on Zora. I'm like, well, we'll see about going to get those. That's a long way to have to go out of the way, right?
That gave me a good laugh when I got those.
Because and I was thinking like most likely I wasn't gonna go get those, thinking I was probably gonna have tempered. But then when it started to look like, oh, maybe I'm not gonna get that tempered sword, so yeah, I decided to go get that after ice because that was probably the best time to go get it. I don't know when else I would have other than that.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't a random room or somewhere in left side because jmeasher is currently checking that on our end. Has
Yeah.
not found a sword yet, so it's looking like Sahasrara has one and the other one's
On a
over by
tablet.
Ice.
Let's see, what's left? There's all the mirror locations, like you said.
Oh yeah, that's
Sahasrara. Purple chest wasn't checked by us.
Purple chest was money, I
Money.
believe. We saw
Yep.
that on the race.
No
Yeah, it was
shovel.
money. It was money on both ends on.
No shovel, no bombos even. Actually, no. jmeasher has found bombos. It looks like that was in fact in Ganon's tower left side.
Oh.
And it's actually fighting Ice Armos.
Yeah, Ganon's tower ended up working out pretty good. Since I was a little bit ahead, I said I'm going to grab the key and check the right side for us just to make sure that there's nothing over there, and then we can, if there's nothing over there, we'll both kind of head left at the same time. We kind of figured.
Well, we can see
Mhm.
that a piece of heart was on pedestal on saltyphry's screen. I did not see what the text was for the shovel, so we're going to see that here in a moment. Cane of
Oh, I missed
Burna,
it.
heart container, and 20 rubies were behind Ice Armos.
Yeah, so no sword in GT.
No sword in GT, so what's the mirror location? Most
Well,
likely?
it could be big chest or tower room.
Yeah.
That too, yeah. We haven't checked those.
How many chests? Okay, so there's 2 graveyard ledge, K45, Sahasrara. Is that it?
Checkerboard.
Checkerboard. I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
not much.
every-
He's checking tower room.
That's 6 chests. There are 6 chests unaccounted for, and 2 of them have swords. What in the world?
Yep.
Oh wait, we did not get the other item out of desert, did we?
I did. Yes. There was an item at the big chest and on the boss.
Okay.
Boss, I believe, was a heart container.
I think it was 10 arrows? No, it wasn't 10 arrows.
Yeah, I think it was
Don't
actually.
remember.
I think it was a red rupee actually, or a couple of bosses that had them. Well, Tyroom's not in the answer. We just saw the map there.
So, 5 chests, 2 swords. What?
Yeah, it had to been okay. It's pretty much safe to say that it was mirror locked at this point, because I think that's all that's left is Sahasrara and then all the mirror locations.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I did miss the shovel text on the loading screen, or the
Yeah, I missed it
epilogue.
too.
You see jmeasher going through Ganon's castle, or Ganon's tower now. Sorry.
Oh, right. Book spots. The tablets.
Oh,
Oh
tablets.
yeah, because the book
We didn't
was
check
the-
those.
Yeah, because the book was an ice palace.
We thought about checking Ether tablet before GT, but then we kind of forgot about it.
That's it. You have that in your mind, but then you're just kind of there's GT, and you just kind of completely forget about it.
Yeah, catfish was checked. I'm not sure if you guys did that or not.
Oh, you guys like my EG there? My accidental EG?
Yeah.
Or did no one see it?
We did.
I did not actually.
You thought you called that out. You called
Someone
something
in
out.
the chat said that they were glitched, but I didn't notice the glitch happening.
So what happened was after Aghanim, I was gonna go do Catfish first because I was done with Aghanim and it was faster that way. And then I got hit by the stupid bag into the wall. As I was dashing by him. It was not fun.
I've actually seen that happen in another race. I thought Wolflink said something about a glitch that happened in Hare, I believe. He fell. I think he fell through the floor.
And probably went to another
No,
dungeon.
I think what I saw was Hazukitty. I think Hazukitty almost got recoil launched clean off the platform to Moldorm. I think that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Oh, into like the railing.
Cause Hazu like almost straight left, jumping into the arena. I've seen some crazy bounces, some crazy deflections from Moldorm. I think I've seen one that has launched the runner behind where they dropped down in Moldorm 2, in fact.
What?
Yeah,
So far
It's
away.
weird. It's weird. But anyway, other than this scene was pretty bottlenecked, to be perfectly honest. It was bottlenecked behind Boots and Spike Cave, I believe.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind
that-
of unfortunate that Pod and Eastern didn't have at least one item that I could have done besides following Salty. But it is what it is.
It basically all came down to getting those boots, which allowed you to get the flute and get over to Meyer, so you get the hook shot and actually get somewhere on Death Mountain. And basically, once you were up there, you just kind of got everything. Everything kind of fell into place really nicely, really quickly once you were up there.
Yeah, the only issue is we didn't actually get the other sword, which was locked behind Death Mountain.
Those dumb mirror spots.
Well, if I remember correctly, Mir was.
Mirror
Or
was
no,
in
that-
Hera.
Yeah, I
Mir
was
was
gonna
in
say that was
Hera.
gonna be your last. That was your Gomo item, but no, that was the Gomo item for Misha, if I remember right. Misha and Hazukitty, because they did to Hera really not too long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, they went to Dark Death Mountain before Hera?
I believe so.
So they got the flippers early?
Yeah,
Oh!
and
Oh,
they
so-
absolutely last locations their boots for sure.
So, did they clear out Swamp?
Oh no, they didn't. I don't think they did. No.
Uh,
And that's another place where the sword could be. Actually, now that I think about it.
no, jmeasher did not do left side, and I don't think Hazukitty's been to Swamp yet.
Oh yeah, I cleared out Swamp, I forgot. Swamp has an item on left side?
Well, I suppose we'll never know. Those swords were quite elusive this scene, except for the two that were handed to him. I will also say this much for you guys. Going into... I believe it was you, saltyphry, that went into Hyrule Castle with just 10 bombs and got rewarded severely for it.
Well, that's kind of been like, we did a couple practice races, and like, he always starts at Sanctuary, and I always start at Link's house. And my goal is to kind of hope that maybe I can get some sort of weapon to get through Hyrule Castle at that point in time. Like, I found the 50 rupees in Link's house, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go buy bombs, and that'll give me what I need to get through there. So it worked out pretty good. And I was able to get all the way through there and kind of check the entire thing at that point in time. But yeah, it worked out well. You got the sword, get the hammer there as well. So all of a sudden, I got some decent weapons. So
Yeah, meanwhile, Tyrone kind of got thrown off because they found the Titan's Bits before they went into Hyrule Castle.
oh, okay.
And also, Hazu, just for fun, pulled the pedestal. That was completely a blind pull, probably looking for a tempered sword, still hasn't found one yet.
Yeah, I was also thinking when I was doing Skull Woods, like, oh, I should have done Ice Palace first, and I can do Skull Woods and blind bowl the pedestal. But who cares? Also, I did try and do the bird toss, but the bird hit me a couple times, so I couldn't do it. I tried. It was just too far away.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. But yeah, I really have nothing more to ask you. So any final thoughts about this seed?
Seed was routed very nicely. Just sucks that Pot and Eastern didn't have anything.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how it went, and yeah, this was a lot better than the 2 practice seeds we did, that's for sure.
Although the swords are the same, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy with how we routed it. It felt like we were pretty efficient about everything, kind of spread things out nicely and worked through it pretty efficiently, I felt like. This is my first actual official co-op race that I've ever done, so yeah, I'm really happy with how it went.
Yeah, you guys looking forward to your race tomorrow? I believe you're gonna have someone switch out. I believe, yes.
Yeah, Matt's going to be playing instead of me, so.
So it's gonna be Demo and Matt7898.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we get more swords this time.
I kind of wish for that too myself, to be perfectly honest.
I'll just let you guys know, all of the practice races that we've done so far, except for one of them, have been Master Sword Ganon with silvers.
Yikes. Well, if I may say something here real quick here. Folks, get your GGs in chat for jmeasher, who has now crossed the finish line in 3rd place with a time of 1 hour, 45 minutes, 40 seconds.
PG.
And Hazu is currently going through Swamp Palace right now. Still has to do that. And, well, actually, no. Mesmer's done because Hazu has pulled the pedestal.
Yeah, this is her last pennant before she hits up to GT.
Yep, and jmeasher has relayed the information so that Hazu knows where the big key is.
Yeah, she's just a few rooms here away from Argus, and then just a quick jump up there to GT, and
Alright, I'm gonna bounce.
Yep.
Thanks for restreaming us. GG on the run.
Yep. Once again, folks, get your GGs in chat for Team Waffle House Drive-Thru, who are the winners of this race. Getting 3 points in the league, but it's only just getting started.
Yeah, thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good night.
have a good one. Yeah, and while we're got a little time here, if you want to take a look at the schedule here for the Invitational, we do have one game going on right now. SpeedGaming 5, that's Never Do Chickens versus Team Jaime. And then tomorrow got 3 matches on the schedule. WJDPDTB versus But We Were Buddies at 5:10. The 2019 Titans Mitts of 2019 versus OP Got Good at 7:10. And then at 9:10, we get match number 2 with a match we just saw with Tile Roomies and Waffle House. And then also on the schedule for tomorrow for the Open League, which if you have not had a chance to check that out yet, really need to check it out for all these guys. Lot of matches on the schedule for tomorrow. We actually have a race going on the ALTTPR League channel right now. Holly and Rhapsody versus Boomer Friendly. And then tomorrow there is, oh goodness, looks like about a dozen or so, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7 matches for tomorrow, all ranging from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to the last match being at 8:30 at night. So definitely give them a check it out all in Discord, or go on to ALTTPR League .com. All information you need is right there. So
I mean, while you were talking that, Hazukitty has to beat Argus, and I do also want to add to that the matches currently that we have planned for tomorrow. Currently do not have a restream, so keep an eye on the schedule to figure out which restream channel here on SpeedGaming they will be going to.
Yeah, definitely a lot of action coming up. I don't know about you. I know I'm excited about things, especially with the upcoming weeks. I mean, they've definitely changed it up this year. I know one of my favorites can be week 4 there with the spoiler logs, the Key Sandy. I personally enjoy watching those. Week 2 and week 3, just your standard one-on-one, open defeat Ganon and the standard defeat Ganon. I know, I think you said, Wolfling, you said a bit earlier you like the Mystery League. That's in week 5. And then a regular Key Sandy race, week 6. And then week 7, we go back to the co-ops with an open defeat Ganon with the Randomizer. And that's I find that always be an interesting week, too, just because of how all the enemies fall in that game. So
yeah. And I do want to go back to what you said about week 4, with that being a spoiler log. That is actually a cooperative spoiler log in which one member of the team has the spoiler log, while the other member does not actually have it, but they are the one actually executing the route from the other player. So one person's routing, one person's execution on that week, which is going to show a lot of cohesion between the teams. Show you just really how good they shine at their respective strengths.
oh yeah, I mean, if you think this was interesting, especially that spoiler log one, oh man, where you got one person running, the other person is the pilot. Yeah, that's always a fun one for me to watch.
Alright. Hazukitty is now entering Ganon's tower. And we have been informed actually by Sigma, our tracker, that Hazu will not be finishing this match, it looks like. Which is a little understandable. Oh, but GG, he's all the same. Into all 4 of our runners here, put on an excellent show. Make sure to give all 4 of them a follow here. They put on an excellent race for us tonight. And make sure, of course, to follow our 2 trackers, Sigma and Duo here as well. And of course, make sure to follow my co-commentator, Bandman. And of course, also make sure to follow SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 236 so you don't miss any racing action, not just the ALTTTPR Randomizer League. And yeah, from all of us here at ALTTTPR Randomizer League, I have been Wolfling0370. And we shall see you all next time, and thank you for watching. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.